guys, and welcome to another iRacing video. It is the 24th of November. That means it's a Tuesday, and that means we're here on a new race circuit. We're here at on the Simlab Production Kart Challenge, and we're at Oulton Park. Now, I haven't really been able to do any practice because I've been a bit busy over the last last 20 minutes, but I have raced here before around the international version of this track in the Mazda, and I was pretty good. And so far I've done about 2 practice laps, and my overall feel of the circuit at the moment is that it's pretty good in this thing. This is the Foster's circuit, so it misses out. We haven't got any chicanes, and it misses out the little kind of the two longish straights with the hairpin in between them. So it's quite a short lap. We're looking for 1 minute 0.8. However, both of my laps, the first one was out of the pits, and then the second one was when I got called to do this race. Like a little message came up saying, you're ready to register now. So unfortunately, I don't actually know how quick I am. What we're going to do is set some extra laps in qualifying. I'm just going to keep going around basically after the checkered flag falls to try and learn this place. Maybe give you guys a little bit of a tour around. Obviously it's Oulton Park, so it's a nice little circuit. I really like it. I think it really suits this Mazda. Although I was actually really quick on the, from what I could tell anyway, because there was 2 people in front of me, and by the end of my out lap, I was ahead of both of them. So that suggests that I have some pace, hopefully. Always gone off track there. That was a bit straight for an off track, I'll be honest. So by the looks of it, there are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12 Mazdas. So top 6, we're the 3rd best Mazda. So probably looking at a top 5 finish, really. Oh, wait a minute, this is qualifying. Let's get rid of all our fuel. So it's a standard 25-minute race now for the first time since Lime Rock Park, which was a good couple of weeks ago. We are doing a standing start in this series, so sadly that means that the chaotic VWs and the rest of it, depending on the pace gaps around here, obviously will all be bunched together, which does cause a little bit of chaos. Now I don't actually know how many VWs are in this field, I haven't checked. I don't think there's many though. I think there's only about 1 or 2 Mustangs as well, so it's not too bad in terms of the multi-class stuff. It's mostly Mazdas. And then looking at the results actually from this week, there seems to be the Pontiac seems to be quite popular around here as well, or at least more popular than it has been in previous weeks. And the BMW series is also at a UK track. They're at Brands Hatch this week, so I do know Brands Hatch as a circuit. It's all right. It's not my favourite, but I quite like it. It's one of the ones I bought, so we'll definitely give it a go. But yeah, we'll try and see what I can do here in qualifying. Now, one really key thing, this corner here, you can go down to 2nd gear, however it's a bit tight, and because it's so tight on the rev range. Okay, somehow that was only just an off track. It didn't give me an off track for ages. It's very easy to blow the engine. I've done it before when I was racing here around the international circuit. It's very easy to do because of how it's laid out. Oh, we've got off track. That's ruined our first lap. We've got to stop going off track because obviously in qualifying it does count towards our safety rating. Only 50%, but it counts is the important part. I've got to learn that the braking line through there is wrong. I've got to brake a bit earlier than that because I go flat out pretty much through that corner, which the driving line doesn't say you can do. It's like at Oulton Park, where you basically got to adjust the next bit of the driving line because what it tells you to do beforehand is wrong. It's a little bit silly. As I said, it's not the most helpful of driving lines, to be honest. Here on iRacing, I guess it's basically meant to be as little as an assist as possible. It's definitely not as much as an assist on other games. You can literally follow it and be fairly decent. You can't do that on iRacing. You have to, 3rd gear through there is much better, but you have to actually learn the track on iRacing. You can't get away with simply doing that. Now, what is this lap? We're looking for a 1 minute 0.8. Great, already look, straight away, 1 minute 8.4. So straight away I'm on the pace. That's what I want to see. So with literally so the best lap I saw from someone who had 2,200 iRating was a 1 minute 1 minute. Oh, I lost a lot of time there. It was a 1 minute. I saw a 1 minute 8.0, and that was their best in the race. Obviously, that's when you have drafting and when you've got warmed up and you've set quick laps. So generally, people are a bit slower. Oh, never mind. Someone's done a 1 minute 7.0. How have they done that? Unless people in the last race was I reading the wrong? I bet I was reading the wrong times, wasn't I? Sadly, because we messed up the first corner, this lap hasn't been that quick. So it might only end up being. Actually, this is based on the optimum time. I think so. It's going to end up being like a 1 minute 8 point something. I think. Oh no, it's not going to be anything because I've gone off track again. I hate that corner.
Watch the track limits.
Oh, okay. We have not got a lap in, so we're going to be starting P10. That was a 1 minute point. That was a 1 minute 10. Oh boy, I got myself in for something, haven't I? That ain't good. Okay, yeah. So we need to be careful on that last corner. We'll try and set some more laps now in qualifying to determine where to brake for this corner, so a little bit before the driving line tells us to. Yes, there we go. We gained a decent bit of time there. So this is what we need to basically do now. This is why I have had limited practice, sadly. So I thought I'd be okay, because I've been to Oulton Park before in this car. But I guess, you know, even though it is a slightly different layout of Oulton Park, it's fairly similar. This bit of the lap is identical. Although, it seems as if now it is coming back to me. This lap's actually been okay. We'll see what this one is. I don't think it'll tell me because it isn't part of my qualifying. Yeah, definitely third gear through there. Oh, I did it again! At this rate, my safety rating's going to absolutely die. Because I keep going wide in that corner. I hate that corner. I really hate it. It's got to be, that was a 1 minute 9.2. And that was with a few mistakes, to be fair. Oh no! Oh no, my safety rating.
You have 3 incidents.
Wait, what?
You have 3 incidents.
Oh! Because it wasn't long enough between them, those 2 incidents off tracks, it just counted as 1 off track. So 3 incidents at the moment. That's a bit better. So that's 1.5 incidents, which is okay. If I set more laps to balance it out as well, then that will be okay. Yeah, I think everybody in the Master Series has now qualified. So I'm kinda dead. And with a 1 minute 0.8, yeah, that is not good. We'll see what I can do. I want to try and set at least 1 clean lap, you know, before the end. I want to just set 1. It is weird though, because I'm positive I had some pace around here. How did I go off there again? I mean, like, literally every lap I'm going slightly wide.
You have 3 incidents.
Wait, what? Oh, it's not counting my...
3 incidents.
Oh, hang on a minute, because the checkered flag's already fallen, I'm not sure it's counting my incidents. I don't know. Oh, this is not good for my safety rating, this, though, if it is counting. I just want to learn it, because obviously in the race, if I'm doing that every lap, I'll get disqualified, you know? Like, I can't be doing that. But I'm just really slow around here. That first lap I did that was invalidated, the 1 minute 8.4, that was an alright lap. And then since then, I mean, even a 1 minute 8.4 actually would have only got me right towards the low end of the Master field. The slowest Master's done a 1 minute 8.7. So you're not really acceptable. I don't know whether this is a really good group or something, but yeah, we need to be going quicker. So that's not good. Right, let's try and get this corner right for once. Maybe second gear is better. Okay, so second gear is a bit slower, but it does kind of more guarantee us getting in to that thing. So what was that lap? That was a fairly just regular... Oh my words, a 1 minute 9.1. We've got to check it through that corner. That's a bit better. So that this... It's about relearning the circuit from when I went here a couple of weeks ago as well. Chuck it through there. Chuck it through there, and you can see, okay, so the time is starting to come together now. However, I don't think we'll get to finish this lap, sadly, because there's only 1 second left. So there we go. Our lap time was turning together towards... Oh, God. 6 incidents. That's so annoying. Oh, there's a lot of VWs as well. Okay, let's just hope that from this standing start... Oh, no, I didn't put fuel in. We're alright. So we're going to put 4.3 gallons in. You know what, let's put 5.3 because it's my first ever race. Normally this thing will get away with 4.3, but since I don't know, 5.3. Yeah, normally 4.3 gallons is enough for a 25-minute race, but it does vary per track, so just to be safe, I think it's best that I leave it. But what we've got to hope... Oh, car number 3's back here, actually. They didn't qualify either then. Yeah, 1 minute... Oh, they just disappeared. Car number 3's just disappeared. Okay. Oh, yeah, an 8.7. Okay, so we really want to be aiming for 7.0, 7.1 here. By the looks of it, again, same problem. All but one of the VWs were actually slower than the Mazdas. Honestly, I personally think... Like, so Mazda number 6 went almost as quick as VW number 7, so they're fairly matched on iRacing. I honestly think that the Mazdas should technically be a higher class than the VW. Not that. I think that the VW shouldn't even be part of this. Like, they're so close in class that it makes it very difficult. That's kind of the main issue. We've also got car number 2 starting back here, so weirdly, so P9, P11 and P12 are all the best on iRacing in the Mazda field. So that's kind of interesting. All the really quick guys are starting at the back, so that's... I mean, I guess if there's carnage, it might end up with the same people at the front. But we've got 25 minutes, remember. This is a 25-minute race. We've got 2 Mustangs.
25 minutes. The track tempo.
So it doesn't matter what happens now. It's all about the start and all about what happens. So the Pontiacs are going to be so slow off the line that we have no problem with them. Right, we've got a pretty good start. We've actually jumped the Mazda that was alongside us. So we're into P11 straight away. And then from here, I think I'm going to brace myself. There's definitely going to be carnage. In fact, oh my word, there's a gigantic crash. And there we are. So there was carnage, I predicted it. This guy is not trying for a move, is he? He is. Although, a bit stupid. Oh boy! Those two just had a big crash. Go ahead, Spun! Oh my word!
Still there. Left side, click.
How has all this happened in one lap? Right, so there we are. I think we're P9 now. I'm pretty sure we're P9. So there we go. I'll take that. I'll take 3 free positions. We gained 1 off the lights because of a bad... Yeah, we gained 1 off the lights because of a bad start by the other guy. And then we gained... And we gained 1 more spot thanks to a crash, and then someone else spam. So we also gained this position from that too. So hopefully, all I've got to do now is try and keep this. So where are we? I think we're P9, although I'm not sure.
There's an incident in.
Oh, P8, P8.
P8.
So 1 better than that then. And in fact, there's been...
Denton's.
Alright, there's more chaos. We have a Mustang off. I think that's it though. Thing is now though, these 2 behind me are catching up because the guys ahead of me are a bit slower, definitely, but I don't really want to pass them because I'm a bit worried about something just, you know, being a massive crash. So, but yeah, P8, that's nuts. We've gained 4 positions by just not crashing. It's kind of nuts, really, but you can do that sometimes. Okay, the gap behind has actually started to extend a little bit, so my pace is kind of, is becoming a thing. Oh, someone's blown up their engine. I've done that before in the Mazda. There we go. And the other Mazda behind's hit them. Oh my word. Well, there we go.
Elite. It looks like Schmitz.
So someone blew up their engine, and then the guy who was chasing me crashed into that person. That's nuts. So there we go. P7 now, and we have a 3-second gap behind. So yeah, I think we've been okay. For some reason, none of my laps are counting at the moment. Well, I broke a bit late into there, although they were alright in the end, because obviously you got that little bit of extended curb.
0 incidents. There's an incident in Foster's. Looks like it's low.
Okay, yeah, so the guy behind me is chasing me down, but then behind that, there is literally no one. That's where all the chaos has happened. So we should be okay. To only lose one position, maybe.
Front is now 0.7.
I still don't know how to take that corner, really. There's a lot of corners I don't really know how to take round here. I'll be interested to see what the lap time is like. Definitely. So you see there, I was really close to blowing up the engine then. That happens all the time here at Oulton Park. If you go into second gear there. Right, okay, we're starting to actually lose touch with the guys ahead. Oh, only at 8.3. So it's alright. So they take a much more wide line through there. What? That was literally barely scrubbing the grass. I'm sorry, but how was that an incident point? Well, there you go. So it's very easy to get incidents around here, then. That's quite clear. So we've got to watch that. But it's... car number 3's doing absolutely terrible. Although they haven't caught up on that corner because I messed up a bit. Oh, there you go. This is on that car that blew up its engine, so... This could be interesting. This is last place in Masterclass. Again, we start at P12. We've gained 5 positions. It's absolutely insane. We're going to lose iRating if we finish here, I think. However, not that much iRating. If we finish, like, really low down, we'd lose quite a bit.
Incident in Old Hall.
The amount of incidents I'm hearing from my, my crew chief is actually quite shocking.
Yellow flag.
Hey, got a flying VW. Whoa, hang on a minute, that's VW in 6th place.
Okay, Morgan, keep it nice and smooth. Come on.
And it's a lap down.
20 minutes.
So the VWs have had absolutely shocking things happen to them. Oh, might get a free position here because this lap guy has meant we've got a little bit of a door open, although sadly that ain't going to happen in the end. Oh, never mind. Okay, car number 3 that was chasing us must have had an issue because they're now 7 seconds behind. We set a 1 minute 8.1, so the lap times are coming down. They're still not quite there, but oh, we got a VW having issues here. This VW is a lap down and it's in 4th place in its class. I mean, seriously. Okay, bro, what is this guy doing? Oh, I've hit so. Oh, come on, that was not on. I just hit that guy because the VW was driving like an absolute moron. Okay, bye-bye gaining safety rating then. One incident would have been okay, but yeah, thanks to that VW just blocking us. It was going way slower than I thought it would, so I hit into the back of him. To be fair, it was only a light tap, so I'm really surprised that it was enough for 4 incidents. I don't think it should have been. But yeah, this is what I mean. The VWs, they just cause problems for us. So all they do is cause problems. Luckily, as I said, there's no one really else behind me now because so many people had issues in this race that we were just okay. So that's kind of lucky. And remember, car number 5 and car number 3 are behind us. I mean, car number 3, they have high iRating. I remember racing them. And that high iRating, obviously, we're going to gain from that. So... well, I've got to be careful here because this VW, obviously, as we know, brakes far too early for this corner. In fact, there we go. Looks like that Mazda's getting really impatient. And that just opened the door to us. So, you know what? Let's have a go. Let's have a pop. Although I'm pretty sure that they've been able to get ahead of us in the end anyway.
Is now 7.1 seconds. You've just done it.
What? How was that an incident? I'm sorry, but...
we've been warned about track limits.
Alright, so this place is clearly like Spa. You literally cannot do anything related to track limits at all. So, that's annoying.
Excuse me, please, sir.
No, oh, I just wasn't concentrating then.
Okay, Morgan.
Oh, right, okay, 7 incidents. This is bad for safety rating. We can't get any more. Now, luckily, I am safely in B class, and I'm not going to get to A class because I don't own the B class content. So my safety rating is a bit less of a concern to me as it used to be,
7.
because I haven't got a target to aim for. As long as I keep it above 2, then I'm happy. That's the aim, keep it above 2, and it's currently on 3.4. So one bad race isn't going to spoil it. However, a couple of bad races, maybe. Okay, that VW at the end just got out of the way, so that's nice. They were the ones that, you know, obviously got us 4 incident points. Yeah, to be fair, 2 of the off-tracks, I think I could have avoided, although some of them were a bit over strict, definitely. But we just can't get any more, that's the thing. Right, we've got 16 minutes left, so we've only done 9 minutes. Whoa, I'm P6. Okay, well that's okay for iRacing then. Someone else must have crashed.
Run, Fabiano, run.
Low has been disqualified.
I actually can't believe how much chaos has happened in this race. So now we get our foot down and we just try to set as good laps as possible to try and keep this 6th place. This is where now we learn. This is where we learn this circuit.
The gap in front has increased. It's now about 1.0 seconds.
So we'll see what my lap times are in open pace, open air. Okay, so that wasn't an off track, so you can go a little bit on the edge. I need to be driving a bit quicker than this, though. I really do. My throttle is really buggy as well. I've noticed it's got really bad in the last couple of days. It's so flickery now. Luckily, I have actually got myself a brand new wheel. It's coming in a couple of days, so that will solve that issue. Got it in the Black Friday deal, so that was really lucky. Only £160 for a G920. Absolutely amazing. I was thinking about a G923, however, they weren't. Only one of them was on sale and it got sold. Also, their True Force technology is actually supported by very little games. In fact, to give you the list of games that support the True Force technology of the G923 on PC, they are Forza Horizon 4. No, actually, not sure about that. I think so. Grid, I think Grid 4 or whatever it's called, and ACC. That's it. That's literally it. Not iRacing, weirdly. None of the Project Cars games. No! Oh, this is unbelievable.
For cutting the track. Keep it between the white
okay, this is getting on my nerves now. This isn't an unsafe thing. I'm sorry, but I'm losing. Okay, I'm probably not going to go in much this week then, because even though my pace is actually alright, I think I've got a bit of damage now after hitting that guy maybe, but my pace is okay.
Slower class car ahead.
But there's track limits. Honestly. Could you be more strict on track limits? I'm losing a ton of time actually to the guys behind, so I've got to step it up. I know I can do better than this. Oh boy, we've got a Pontiac coming up. Are they just going to get on our way?
He's on your left side. Clear left. Good job, buddy.
The gap ahead is now 2.6 seconds. Incident in the elite.
What I've got to hope is that some of the Masters chasing me down have issues with lap traffic. Also, the solution for that is if you turn a bit more around that corner, you can not run out the gravel. Then it's just very difficult to judge because it's like the corkscrew. You can't really see one side of the corner
6th place
from the other side,
109.49,
which obviously makes it very difficult to judge.
0.9
Oh boy, who was that off?
Denton's.
Who was that?
Tremblay has just been disqualified.
Car left. Left side's clear.
Okay, so someone was disqualified. I'm pretty sure it was a Pontiac, or something. Or maybe a VW. I don't think it was a Mazda. Yeah. Okay. Oh, actually, it was a Mustang. Okay. So there's a Mustang out. Okay, great. Actually, the Mazdas who were chasing me have had issues with lap traffic. Or I've got quicker. I don't know which one. Honestly, despite the safety rating, if I could finish P6 here, I'd be pretty happy.
Okay, Logan, halfway home. Fuel looks good.
So this series being multi-class, as if you can stay out of trouble in this series, you basically are going to get a fairly alright result, which is what I kind of like about it. The key thing is that a lot of the quick guys have had issues. as well. That really helps things. Obviously, iRating is based on other people's iRating versus your own.
That lap time was 109.59.
Thing is, Oulton Park, that's the thing, this circuit, it's fairly easy to be quick, but you basically got to have confidence that the car is not going to have issues round a corner. Like, you got to basically be confident that you're going to be able to make it. Oh! Oh, it was a lap car! I was hoping that was a position. Oh well. That was 8th place actually, so I think 7th place is last place out of anyone on the lead lap for Mazdas. So these Mazdas, we've had issues, let's say, overall. So 12 started, 7 are on the lead lap. So that kind of does sum up, you know, maybe I'm not that quick, although just not crashing is enough to be in 6th place. It's pretty mad. Okay, that was an alright run through the last corner. I think my pace is alright now. I think we've got a bit of damage maybe in a straight line. Obviously, pulls alongside that guy, and then we couldn't get the position done. So the car...
You're 2/10 off the pace in sectors.
But that one there was a 1 minute 9. A 1 minute 9.0. So that is a pretty decent lap. A 9.0 for a race with a bit of damage is good. That's a fairly alright lap.
Yellow flag, watch out.
Who's this? Oh, it's the same guy. He's just chilling there. Okay. It's just the same guy chilling there. Maybe then he's had a controller disconnect, or I don't know, his game's crashed but hasn't disconnected him. I don't know, but that's quite weird actually.
The gap in front is increasing. It's now 5.2 seconds.
But this is good though now. I mean,
you have 8 incidents.
We've got 8 incidents, which isn't good. However, again, over 25 minutes
left.
We do so many corners that the safety rating can be balanced out a lot more in this series than it can in others. So that's kind of a bonus. Obviously, I had quite a few in qualifying though, remember. So obviously, you know, 6 in qualifying, it's 3, so it equals 11 incidents over the weekend, which isn't good. I'll say that. Okay, that was a 9.7, so that lap was a lot slower. That's quite interesting. I don't really know why it was a lot slower.
Incident in Foster's.
Wait, that's this corner here. This bit's Foster's.
The gap behind is now 4.8 seconds.
There's no incident here. What are they on about? Incident? Oh, the guy behind is actually catching me as well, so that's something to watch. We don't want that. We want to try and keep 6th if we can. That'll be crucial to the iRating side of things. We've got only 9 minutes left, actually. Lap traffic hasn't really played much of a role in this race, thanks to the fact that there's only one Mustang, because the other one's been disqualified, and we've already gone by the Pontiacs, and there's only a couple of them, and they're nice. They were nice in getting out of the way. Okay, so I get a good run through that. I think I took that corner spot on that time. But I've got to do that every time. That's kind of the key thing. That lap felt... What? A 9.9?
Off the pace. Sector 2 is 0.7 off the pace. Sector 3
that lap felt really quick though.
Off the pace.
I must have damage, because that lap felt okay. Like, it felt like what I was doing in qualifying and practice.
They binned it in Foster's.
Oh! Wow! Okay, the guy I was chasing... Wait, what? I was in 5th? Because someone else must have had an issue. And I'm now in 4th! Oh my word, I am now 4th place! 4th place! And I've overtaken like 1 person off the green lights, I think. I overtook 1 person off the green flag. That's mad.
Slower class car ahead.
Okay, so that wasn't an off-track despite slightly grazing the grass, so a little bit confusing there. We've got the top 2 Pontiacs up here. I'm not sure whether we're lapping them for a first or a second time. I think it might be for a second, I don't know. Probably is for a second. Oh, there you go, that was good through there. This lap's been really good actually. I felt like I've got the absolute maximum out of the car's grip while not exceeding track limits. And that was a 1 minute 10.2. What? So the laps are getting slower, but I feel quicker. Can someone explain how that works? Unless it's tyres, or damage.
You used half your fuel.
which I guess it could be. Yeah, we're now 4th place. How I'm 4th place, I don't know. However, I am. So there we go. And to be honest, as long as we don't, as long as 5th place kind of stays, they're only catching us quite slowly.
Blue flag.
We should stay here. Now, I'm not gonna interfere with this Pontiac. I'm gonna be nice. And we've also got a Mustang coming up on us too.
Left side. You're clear on the left side.
Blue flag.
Oh my god, that was a really good run through that last corner there. I did that perfectly. That was good. Okay, and then the Mustang should get the legs on us down the straight.
He's on your left side.
Slow car ahead. This guy.
Oh my god, that was a 9.8, so that was a bit better. Okay.
109.80.
So at 9.8, so it's, yeah, I can actually look, my, I don't know what's happened to my throttle in the last couple of days, but it has got really bad, so that could partially be, I know it sounds like an excuse, but it could partially be a reason as to why I'm dropping in lap time a little bit. It's definitely, I don't know what's happened to it, but it started happening on 0% now, which again, particularly in a car like this, will upset it at low speeds, which makes me slower. Oh, it looks like the guy chasing me's had issues though, because he was about 5 seconds away, and he's no longer there. They're telling me to pass right.
He's still there.
In fact, the guy who was chasing me was just disconnected, so I don't know what happened there. I keep pressing sorry into the thanks. There we go. So even though we're miles away from any other Mazda, it's been enough for 4th place. I mean, I'm sorry, but we started 12th. And I haven't exactly been quick, let's say that, you know. But yeah, there we go. Yeah, that was a 10.8, obviously, because I was quite slow due to the
5
Pontiac.
minutes to go. 5 minutes left.
But wow, I mean, yeah, it's weird though, because I was really quick round Oulton Park in the rookie series. And to be fair, I was in quite low splits because I was in rookie class. But it was always, I think I won about 4, I think I wrote about 5 of my 6, or maybe 4 out of my 5 rookie class races in Mazda class. You know, I had a win percentage that was over 70%, I think. You know? But yeah, it does require you to learn the track, really. It's kind of what's important.
The gap in front is now 20.
Oh my god, that was a better line through that corner. I don't know what I did to get it. I think the circuit is coming back to me now. Like all those times, those laps I did in the rookie series, I think they're coming back to me because I've started to change my lines without knowing, and I think this lap might be quite good. This one has been considerably different to the others I've done. They go 9.9, so it's obviously the thing is you can't really tell. Alright, gap behind 7.2 seconds, is it? Oh yeah, so okay, that's the gap. 7.2 seconds, that's quite a bit. So I don't think they'll be causing us any trouble.
P4.
I mean, there's only 3.5 minutes left now, so there's not very long left. But yeah, I mean, despite the bad safety rating, which I think I will lose a bit of safety rating for this race, hopefully not a massive amount. This place has a lot of corners, so obviously every time I pass one of those, that will come off good in the safety rating. To be fair, for all those incidents, like if it was only 4 incidents, I would have been okay. So if I hadn't aboshed the back of that Mazda while that VW was going stupidly slowly, I probably would have been okay. Right, I've got an 8-second gap to the car behind. I can't believe I'm in 4th place. I don't know where the next Mazda is. I don't know where the 3rd place Mazda is. They're properly gone. They're on another planet. They go that was a 9.0. And that's at the end of a race on slightly warm tyres. And as we know, that this thing's definitely affected by tyres. At some point, this thing was a good almost 2 seconds a lap slower. 1.5, 2 seconds a lap slower on old tyres. So obviously, and this place has much more demanding corners than Summit Point. Summit Point has a lot of low speed stuff, This place is mostly high speed stuff, so tyres will make a big difference. So to be setting a 109.0 at the end of a race,
Just 2 minutes left.
that's okay.
2 minutes to go.
I think that's alright. The gap behind's now 10 seconds, so they must have damage or something. We were going a bit against the boundaries of the circuit there, a little bit close. Right, let's see what that lap was. That felt good. So they got a 9.1, so we're pretty consistent now in those 9s. And I think this probably would have been a 108 if we were on fresh tyres. Maybe even breaking into the 107s. So that's really good, obviously. I literally had 0 practice, to be fair. I was going to do 20 minutes practice, but then something happened that meant I didn't have that time anymore. So I didn't get any practice in. So obviously this has kind of been my 20 minutes practice in a race. However, finishing 4th, that'll give me iRating, definitely. To be fair, it's a bit lucky. I think I would have been right towards the back of the field had no one else had issues. Obviously, other people having misfortune definitely helped me today. However, that's the thing. This is a multi-class series. Things like that, crashes with lap cars, are very common. Like, it's not unusual to have it. Right, on to the last lap we go then. The car's feeling a lot better, so I've definitely... I think we have a bit of damage, because obviously if that contact was bad enough to get ourselves 4 incidents, even without knowing it, it must have been fairly harsh contact, otherwise it would have been 0. Oh my god, that was much better there, slowing down a bit earlier through that corner. Honestly, the thing is, even if you're not quick in this car, right, round Oulton Park, it feels so nice to drive. It's actually mad. I think Oulton Park's one of the nicest circuits to drive, especially this Foster's layout. I really like it because it hasn't got the irritating chicanes or hairpins. It's just got the nice fast stuff. It's really good.
Okay, Morgan, 10 minutes of fuel remaining.
So yeah, we finished up with more than a gallon in the tank, so I could have taken 4.3 gallons, definitely. If I'd taken 4.3 instead of 5.3, we'd be on 0.5 gallons now, which is enough, obviously, so we could have got away with a bit less fuel. Obviously that would have helped with his lap time, remember.
Looks like P3's gone off in Old Hall.
Yeah, that's okay, that's the first corner. So we come across the line, no matter how quick we were, in 4th place. 8 incidents, I'll give it that.
Well done, mate. Good finish.
And the last lap on warm tyres after 25 minutes, with not an empty fuel tank because I put too much in, a 109.1. So our lap times there at the end were definitely better. Let's blow up the engine just because why not? There we go. That's something I've done many times before. And there we go. I mean, we were a little bit behind. I mean, the top 2 Mazdas didn't even get lapped. Which kind of shows how quick they were. But I'll take that. 4th place. I mean, the safety rating... if I can keep above 3 on my B-class license, I'll be happy. Because that was pretty appalling. Now, the Rallycross series has gone to Atlanta, so I'll definitely be doing that this week. Although it doesn't appear to be that popular with only... Oh, yeah, unfortunately it's not very popular because it's a paid track, so... It looks like every race just gets 1 or 2 people in it. Oh well. That's a shame. There's a bug on iRacing as well. When you search, like, heat racing, nothing comes up. Oh. It wasn't coming up before. They must have fixed that. Because there was an iRacing update today, so they must have finally fixed that and added it in. Right, here are our results. Oh! Okay. Only 0.13 safety rating, and considering we got 6 incidents in qualifying, if we hadn't got those in qualifying, that would have been pretty good, so that's okay. Best lap in the end... the best lap of a Mazda was a 7.3. I did an 8.3, which, to be fair, actually, no, mind, it wasn't the slowest out of all the Mazdas, although a lot of the quick Mazdas were ones that had issues. We gained 23 iRating as well, so that's pretty nice. And then in the lower splits, look, you still got people able to do a 1:07. Like, even in the lower split, I would have had issues, so we're definitely going to have to look at that. in the future. But I hope everyone really enjoyed that one. To be fair, I'm pretty happy with how that went. We didn't lose too much safety rating in the end. It's quite a bit, but you know, if we hadn't had those incidents in qualifying and things, it probably would have been a bit better. And we'd be getting iRating in the end as well. So my safety rating, as long as we keep it above 2, I don't really mind. I'm not so bothered. So that's really good. Also, I'll have a look at this actually. Okay, they don't always go to free tracks. Just thinking. But yeah, there's some pretty cool stuff. Obviously, now you can see what's all the heat racing is. There's a fair bit of heat racing on here. Anyway, guys, hope you really enjoyed that one. I hope to see you in the next one. Bye-bye!